Those who know him say Eric Shinseki never walks away from a fight. But on Friday, the former four-star general did, offering his resignation to President Barack Obama.
And a few minutes ago, Secretary Shinseki offered me his own resignation. With considerable regret, I accepted.
Mr. Obama called Shinseki's service exemplary, but agreed in the face of a growing scandal at Veterans Affairs, change was needed.
He does not want to be a distraction because his priority is to fix the problem and make sure our vets are getting the care that they need.
Shinseki's resignation follows reports that veterans were denied medical care in the federal hospital system established to care for the nation's former soldiers. Reports emerged initially that some in Phoenix, Arizona were put on secret waiting lists, dying before getting care. Still, earlier Friday, Shinseki was greeted warmly by a veterans group. He apologized, saying he'd only learned this week the problem is systemic.
I extend that apology to the people whom I care most deeply about, and that's the veterans of this great country, to their families and loved ones whom I have been honored to serve for over 5 years now. It's a call of a lifetime.
A decorated veteran wounded twice in Vietnam, where he almost lost a foot to a landmine, Shinseki came to the public's attention in 2003. As Army Chief of Staff, he defied the administration of then-President George W. Bush, telling Congress civilian defense officials were underestimating how many troops would be needed in a post-war Iraq.
Could you give us some ideas to the magnitude of the Army's force requirement for an occupation of Iraq?
Something on the order of several hundred thousand soldiers. It takes a significant ground force presence.
Shinseki was forced out within months, but was proven right, President Bush calling for a troop surge 4 years later. And even as calls for him to resign reached a crescendo in recent days, he still commanded respect from leading lawmakers.
Is him resigning going to get us to the bottom of the problem? Is it going to help us find out what's really going on? And the answer I keep getting is no.
So I have a great deal of respect for him. So he knows that.
Even up until the end,
we can do this in the days ahead.
Shinseki refusing to give up on his mission. Jeff Seldin, VOA News, the Pentagon.